Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back. We got another workout for you today. So we got 5 movements. We're gonna do 60 seconds each. We're gonna repeat that 3 times, so 15 minutes total. I'm Dr. Brandon, this is Dr. James, and we are My Performance Docs. So for this one, Dr. James is gonna demo this workout for us. We got a set of dumbbells, and we're gonna use those dumbbells the whole time. So first thing we're starting off with is some bent over rows. So make sure when you bend over here, we're not rounding our back into a bad position, okay? We'll get a side view at some point, throw in this video so you can see, but Dr. James got his back nice and straight. A good way to do this is when you start from a standing position, push your hips back as if you were gonna sit down in a chair. Let your upper body come over and feel your hamstrings and your glutes loaded. That's what's holding you up. Your back muscles are there just to keep your spine straight, okay? We would cue the same thing if we were going into a deadlift. Now probably, certainly a little bit more of an upright position there, not quite as bent over, but same idea concept. We're loading hamstrings, loading glutes. Those are our movers, not our back muscles. Our back muscles are postural muscles, okay? They're meant to hold the spine straight. And then from there, just make sure he gets full extension down. He's pulling up and he's squeezing shoulder blades together, okay? Those are the majority of the muscles that we're working here. Some of your middle traps, some low traps, getting some lats, certainly getting some biceps. All right, from here going into an overhead press. So now we're switching it over to a lot more shoulder work. If we're thinking shoulders are involved in the bent over row, they are. A little bit more on the posterior side of the shoulder. Here we got a little bit more of the anterior side as part of our pushing group. Got a little bit of chest, not a ton, mostly shoulders, triceps to push that dumbbell up overhead, all right? Now, certainly there's variations to this. It could be palms facing each other, palms forward. We're gripping it here as if we're holding a barbell, all right? Just a traditional overhead press. Making sure, again, that you've got good posture. You're nice and straight, you're upright. Start dogging the picture here. She just wants some camera time. Make sure you tighten your core, don't overextend or arch your back, and try to get that full range. Try to get the elbows perfectly straight overhead. Feeling this one so far?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah. I'm glad I selected the 10s for this. I'm thinking 15s or 20s might be a little too heavy.
We talked 25s, but yeah, we were like, nah, I don't know about that. 60 seconds turns out to be a pretty good length of time there with one movement, just constant. So here we got a zottman's curl. All right, so notice here on the way up, he's got his palm up. He's supinated there. At the top, he's rotating into a pronated position, palm down, and that's where the descent comes from. Now we can dive into what muscles are helping flex the elbow. They're all working together, but based on position, we can start to bias some. If you're supinated, it's mostly bicep. A lot of people think that supination is a forearm motion. It is a forearm motion, but the main job of the bicep is to actually supinate the forearm, okay? We're getting a little bit of brachialis there. It's definitely an elbow flexor, getting in more so with that palm down position. And then brachioradialis as we transition through midline, which will be more like hammer curl, okay?
Absolutely. And this exercise that we've got going, it's gonna be primarily, it's an upper body exercise segment. I would say that we're doing a lot of targeting for the arms. Now, a workout by itself is really not gonna do a whole lot to tone and tighten a muscle group. And you certainly can't be very selective about that. But this workout will target those muscles, and that combined, this workout or a workout like it, combined with good nutrition, you can definitely see some tone take place in the muscles in the arm and in the upper body.
For sure, yeah, very good point. There's all the time workout videos that claim to tighten this area, tighten that area. Certainly you add tone to muscle, you can make muscle stronger. Depending on weight, reps, volume, your diet, you can make muscles a little bit larger. Male versus female gets into that conversation too, testosterone versus estrogen. But your body can only tighten skin so much, okay? And losing body fat gets into a lot of diet as well, which determines how much of that muscle you see and what it looks like. A whole nother conversation, probably a good video for us to do, kind of dive into that. So previous movement, Dr. James was doing some overhead tricep extensions. He dropped to one dumbbell, made sure he had his upper arm vertical, and then just straightening that elbow up to the sky. Here going into some lateral raises, so targeting the shoulders again. We had a movement earlier where we hit posterior shoulder. We had another one where we hit anterior shoulder, and now guess what? We're getting some of the medial delt with this one, okay? Elbow slightly bent, just it takes a little bit of stress off that shoulder and that rotator cuff. Slow and steady, good control. Don't sling it, control it on the way down.
Yeah. And these are spicy.
Spicy, yeah. I bet the shoulders are good after this one. Almost there, and there's time. All right, so there's your 5-minute workout. Don't cut it off, don't stop. You need to do 2 more rounds of that, so you got 3 rounds total, all right?
Absolutely.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Sleeves.
That's right, yep.
Thank you.